What's up, YouTube? Angry Jackalope. Rob Ricks. I'm back. This is the Robert R. Ricks Entertainment, blah, 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 all that jazz. And let's see. Make sure the audio, yeah, audio looks good. I'm going to pump it up a little bit just because on the other stream, they were saying that that microphone was a little bit low. So this is a totally different setup right here. This is facing the other end of my room. So we're going to get rocking and rolling, talking about some different shit and all that jazz. All right, so we are live. Let me double check. Yep, I see that we're live. And I'm going to bring this over here. Hey! Oh, this one's louder, huh? That's crazy. I don't, you know what? The other one is the exact same setup. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. We got the Magic Jack Loop. Yeah. So I took your advice. Here, let me change this a little bit. I'm gonna. Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm gonna change it up a little bit like that. Oh shit. Sorry, Jay. You know what's funny is this is giving me the exact same meters as the other microphone. I don't know why. For whatever reason, this one's louder. Well, I know this is not the Angry Jackalope show. Maybe they're just trying to quiet me down a little bit. Now, this is a brand new microphone. This is a brand new setup. This is a brand new focus light, etc. But they are the exact same equipment. This all I did to set this guy up was rebuy everything that I had set up over there. So that's the thing that blows my mind. What's up again? What's up again? So anyway, Mike, Magic, I took your advice. I sent back half of those bookmarks, and I had them get punched. And I kept the other half of the bookmarks, and I did not punch those. So I know you were saying that for you, you like them without the hole and all that stuff. So I was like, all right, fuck it, whatever. What's up, Garen? Glad you made it over. Um, as far as who else made it over here? You know who else made it? Howard. Howard came over too. Howard says, "What's up?" Howard likes to get down and boogie. He likes to dance. He likes to dance. Oh, he's a little loud. I'm gonna turn him down a little bit. Anyway, yes, there's Howard. Um, but I made a update on a website. I want to show you guys. I'm going to share it with you. Hold on. Let me do display capture. Well, let me first check something. Let me check something. Let me go here. Let me go here. And I was kind of tripped out by this because I didn't. Here, let me do this. I got to minimize this guy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do display capture. Bloop. And then I'm going to go like that. Oh, it looks like that's still... There we go. Okay, so I'm going to scoot this guy over here and then that, like that. Okay, so this is my website for the book. You guys probably recognize the blade here. Let me do this. I think I can make it a little bigger to about that. There we go. You probably recognize this as a Tops blade, and I thought, that's kind of cool. You know, where's my chat? Let me make sure I don't lose my chat though. Otherwise, I won't be able to see what you guys are saying. There we go. Scoot this guy over here. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I know. I know. What's that price? You need to put two brass balls on the ones you get punched. Howard needs to do the floss dance all the kids do. Shrink the book, make the knife larger. Yeah, what's funny is, so this is the website I put together, and it was actually pretty funny because you see how you can turn the pages and stuff like that. I had it on the other machine, and that wasn't working. And I was like, what the fuck? Why is this not working the way it's supposed to fucking work? And what I found out was on the other machine, this stupid script here for this thinks that the um, that other desktop is a laptop, so it wanted me to actually touch and swipe. And I was like, oh shit, are you fucking serious? Anyway, so I figured it out, but it was kind of crazy. So I was having to do this to kind of navigate on the other machine until I realized that I could just reach up and swipe with my finger. So that's kind of funny. Anyway, I wanted to share this with you guys because I figured out with this particular script how I could build this website relatively quickly. And, you know, that was a big deal for me because, yeah, so you can double click on it, make it all big, double click again. I wanted to make sure I had something up because anybody who had gone to the magicreallysucks.com before, it was just a fucking it was just a coming soon page that was there for over a year. And now that I've got this shit coming out February 14th, I said, "Oh fuck, I better make sure I fucking start marketing this shit," you know? So anyway, that's all. I just wanted to share this with you guys because I banged this out pretty much in a day. So um, this is the book website for my Magic Really Sucks. Um, let's see here. Well, no. So Bronx, the thing was the script thought the other machine was a laptop because it's a Microsoft Surface Studio and it's touch enabled. So like I can swipe on a screen of my big screen just like you can on a laptop or a tablet. And so when I was putting my mouse up in this corner, it wasn't doing this. But anyway, I got it figured out. It was kind of funny. Um, and that was just one of those things that I was telling you guys about before a long time ago. That a lot of times when you're troubleshooting shit, it takes a while to figure it out. Yeah, this is a live site. If you go to magicreallysucks.com, this comes right up. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I'm. Did I? Where am I? Why is it? Oh, duh. Here, let's go like that. There we go. So now we're back. All right. So here's my chat. Here's my chat. Where'd it go? It's funny. I click a couple of different things and everything fucking changes on me. It gets all fucking crazy. Um, there we go. All right. So I'm just super thrilled because now I have all my pieces in order. So I've got my website, I've got the Facebook, I've got the actual book. That's done. Um, all three books are finished, and I wanted to make sure that people understood this wasn't just a single book. This is one of three books, and all three books technically are done right now. But I only have a publisher for the very first book. So we'll see what happens with that come February 14th. So I put it together. I told Tops, I said, hey, I'm going to throw your blade in there because, I have Tops blades inside of the story as well. I mean, you could see it. Here, let me go back to the display. You could see Tops blade right, doop, 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 right there. Those are two Max 7s. She got two Max 7s. And if I had flipped her around and you could see her ass, she has a scorpion tail tucked in the small of her back. So there's that. And they're talked about a little bit in the story. I poke fun at myself in the story a little bit as the angry jackalope. So I have some fun. I have some fun with it and stuff like that. But I I just wanted to make sure that I get all my ducks in order because as I get busy getting back into doing regular videos and stuff like that, you know, my writing, I probably, because I mean, there's only, the sad thing is there's only a certain amount of hours in a day. And I just run out of time. I just really do. I just run out of time. And I just want to do 10 different things, but there's usually enough time in a day for me to do 2 of them. At least do them well, you know? Yep, I did the graphics, wrote the story, did the layout. I did all that shit. Oh yeah, yeah, I want that blade too. I actually scoped that blade out, and Tops Pass said it was too hard to make. Same thing with Schrade. I sent it to a couple other companies too, and they're just like too difficult to make. And I'm like, man, you guys could make it if you really wanted to. You just don't want to make it because it's fucking cool, and you guys don't want to make it. Let me see if I can find it so I can show you guys it, because I put it up on. Let's see, Magic Really Series. I think I have it up on. Let's see. Okay. So if I come, what? Just stop. Not now, motherfucker. God damn, they want me to. Fucking Facebook just wants me to log in like crazy. Hang on. Let's do. See. Gotta log into this shit. It's so fucking stupid. Oops. Password's really long. You kind of have to do that shit now, though. You know what I mean? If you don't put big, long fucking passwords in on shit, then you just set to corn husk yourself. No, I don't want Facebook to send me shit. You know what's really funny, too, is I don't know if you guys have been noticing this. Like, the reason I logged out of Facebook on this one is because I'd come back after leaving my machine for a few minutes, and suddenly it would be really laggy. And then all of a sudden, Facebook would start responding, And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? It was almost like Facebook was snooping around doing shit. And then I came back and said, oh, I don't want to get caught with my hands in a cookie jar, And I was like, there's something kind of shady going on in the world of Facebook right now. Let's see. I think I have a picture of that blade. Right about there it is. Bam. Let me go ahead and click on it. Alright, so now I can share it with you guys again. Go like this. Display capture. Bam. Oops. There it is. So this was a design I came up with that I thought would be really interesting, because there was multiple dimensions to it. That bottom handle and that hole on the bottom isn't just necessarily there as a lanyard hole, but it was also designed so you could hook a big pole to it. So you could turn it into a pole arm, or you could have it as an axe, shorter length on it. And that way you had just maximum cutting edge and surface, and it's just a real fun concept. And I thought it was really good for like up close and personal. So this is the main character's blade that he made in the story. But truth be told, I had this design months and months and months before the story ever came out. So there's some insider information for you guys. So anyway. What is going on here? There we go. There's my chat. Closed Facebook account 3 years ago. Good for you, Jay. Good for you. That's one of the drawbacks of doing stuff with YouTube, and also with products and marketing yourself and things like that. There's a certain social bullshit you gotta be part of if you try to be competitive and shit. And it's really difficult. It's really difficult if you don't do that. And that was the trap. That's the trap that they've done. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I put your quote in there, Magic. I sure as fuck did. It was a good quote. I liked it. So the other thing I want to share with you guys is now we're in the office. The office here is all done up a certain way, so I've got no Jay. Mm-mm. Prepared Mind. He takes his prototypes to another manufacturer. They make shit for him. So like Schrade and stuff. I have the same contacts he has actually, except for where he does his newer blades. I don't know those folks. But as far as the big companies, the way that they were talking, they're like, because I have different pieces to make it, the different handle types and everything. They said the shape of it is just not conducive to the way that they make their blades. Because a lot of these guys will 3D design them. They have a certain size sheet of metal that they punch out, and then they CNC it, and then after they CNC it, they do the rest of the work. But the CNC part is the expensive part because you make a T-shaped blade, as an example. Now you don't have any excess to make other stuff with because you're taking a big chunk out of that blade, out of that steel. Um, so I mean, fuck. I might have somebody make a prototype of it as a proof of concept. I have a guy that does woodworking, and fuck, actually, technically speaking, no, I got a guy with his own set of CNC machines and some other stuff that I could probably go talk to. That he would probably just let me run the machine, and I just pay him for the time on the machine and the metal, which is still going to be expensive. Make no mistake. Just turning on some of these fucking machines is an expensive fucking thing. Um, let's see. Chris Tanner wasn't happy with the way that Schrade realized even his original Just X. I just saw a recent video that he knocked out. Yeah, I know that. Um, but I would have just been fuck. I'm like fuck whatever steel or anything else. Just give me something with an edge on it that I can train with, and let me take my model somewhere else to get the hard, super duper, triple quenched, blah 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 blah, and then go from there. You know, I just think it's an interesting design from a defensive and offensive point of view. Just because you're holding the blade a certain and it extends out this way, so you can block with it, do all kinds of fun shit with it. So when I was talking with the character, when I was designing with the character, there's a point where he combined several tools into his personal gear, and that's what I said. Fuck, I got the perfect blade. I already know which blade I would make if I was in Ethan's shoes. So that was it. That was the one. And the funny thing is, let's say the novel takes off and it becomes something special, and it gets to the point where somebody makes a TV series or a movie out of it or something else. I can almost guarantee you at that point, because of the potential demand for it, these companies would probably change their tune and be like, fuck yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't fault them. At the end of the day, they got a business to run, and they know their business better than me. And so, fuck it. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm thrilled because I wanted to show you guys the little website, because that booklet has just a ton of information in it, and I think it gives people kind of a snapshot into the environment that I wrote there, and it's fun. It's fun, and it also lets people see that this is not a one-trick pony. I've actually got quite a bit of plans for it going forward. So anyway, enough about my shit. Let's talk about some other entertainment stuff. Who the fuck is outside of my house at this time? Hang on, I'm gonna pop up my spy cam and see who's outside right now. Make sure nobody is fucking around. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. Looking for a new phone and need some tech advice. I like my Samsung. I haven't had any problem with my Samsung. I've been using Samsungs for, God, 4 years, 5 years now. And they have been really good for me. I like it quite a bit. In fact, Here it is right here. Here's my Samsung right there. This is the Samsung Galaxy 7. I don't know. Let me look real quick. Let me look. Yep. This is Samsung Galaxy 7 S7 Edge. This is my puppy right here. I like this a lot. I haven't had any issues with it. It's done everything that I've needed. In fact, I'm now paid off. I'm now paid off. I'm not familiar with the LG Tribute. I had an LG. What did I have before the Samsung? I had an LG, and that was a fun phone too. I didn't really have a problem. I haven't had really a lot of problems in the Droid environment, to be completely honest with you. And I've never owned a iPhone. My wife has, and setting that up for her, I've always had problems. The carbon fiber version knife maker in Australia would probably make some more for those customers wanting them. That would be cool though. Carbon fiber might not be bad. Um, I still have my Galaxy S6. I love it. Works great. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Uh, I got some. I was just at Target earlier today, and I saw that this is actually out on Blu-ray, DVD, etc. And this was one of those movies that I wanted to watch. I didn't get a chance to watch, and you can see it's got the little Rotten Tomatoes certified fresh. Um, so I'm gonna be checking this shit out at some point. The other thing that I wanted to point out, in case you guys are on the Netflix, is the season 2 of Iron Fist popped off, I think, yesterday. So that's something I want to watch, but I gotta wait for my wife because we kind of binge watch shit together, and so I'm kind of like, I gotta wait, but I wanna watch that too. Let's see here, Garen. Looking at the G4, Garen. Go to phonearena.com. You can compare phones based on your needs/wants. Oh, the movie was badass. It looked like it was gonna be just a fucking barrel of monkeys. It looked like it was gonna be fun as shit. And I really am sad I didn't get a chance to watch it in theaters because that was one that I was anxious to watch and I just get a chance to. I'm really, really bummed out. But I have this and what? You want to eat my sandwich? I'm gonna cook dinner after.
Oh, you're cooking dinner.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll tell Angel.
yeah.
Angel thought you were.
No, I ran out of time.
Okay.
After I'm done, then I'll cook dinner. Yeah, my kids are bugging me to eat. Like, come on. Why do you guys need to eat? You don't need to eat. Eating is highly overrated. Yeah, I'm expecting it to be very interesting story. I don't know if you guys noticed my backdrop. This is my custom backdrop that I had. I actually had this made. Some motivational piece for me. Thanos is one of my favorite characters, actually, and comic book Thanos is a little bit different than movie Thanos, but they are both driven by a very strong will. And so if I do this here, so if I go like this and lean back, I took the quote from the movie. So the hardest choices require the strongest wills. And what I did is I took each color of the uh, Infinity Gauntlet and I put some keywords up there to remind myself when I'm sitting working. So I've got purpose, execution, commitment, perseverance, sacrifice, and reward. And under reward, there's Lady Death kissing him, and you can't read what it says, but it says farewell my love. So in the comic books, the only thing Thanos ever really wanted was to get, his love for Death to be acknowledged and for her to treat him as an equal. And it only took 20 some odd fucking years for that to be realized, which was really kind of tragic. But anyway, um, that's my backdrop there. And the office, I'll be doing a full breakdown on the office at some point. But yeah, it's just, it I'm really thrilled. It took 11 months for me to back, um, get back to having my own space, and I think this is going to be this is going to be very productive. Jay says I watched Amazon's Jack Ryan's whole season last night. Not bad. You know, I was going to ask you guys about that because that's something I want to check out. Garen says I found an audiobook version of Gladiator on YouTube. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll check that out. I'll look for that as well because I think we were talking about that last week. We were talking about some of the old school stuff that actually was pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, I got the office set up. I don't know. You guys might hear some water trickling in the background. Maybe. No, maybe not. But if you look right there, there's like a little water fountain. So it's pretty soothing in here. You know, I've got all my LEDs set up. I got a nice little cool blue glow going around everything here. I've got like a soft old school light here that's got the filament in it. You know, that's kind of illuminating some stuff here. And I'm just surrounded by a lot of my favorite items and things of that nature. I've got my vinyl up and running now. So I was rocking out to Borderlands Claptrap's vinyl album that was on the it was some shit I didn't even know was out. I got it and I saw it and I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. So my son was like looking at me like, why do you have vinyl records? Like, what's the deal with that? And I'm like, I just like them. You know, it forces you to. Well, I thank you, Leo. It is, man. It really. You know what? Here, I think I can even do this. Hang on, I'll give you guys. Let's just grab the camera here. Let's see what we could do here. Okay, so there's some art that a good friend of mine did for me a while back. It's got me and Deadpool hanging out, and then the black and white print below that is me and Deadpool and Punisher and Daredevil hanging out in a bar, and Deadpool saying zero fucks given. And then there's a what the fuck elope. No, that's not the what the fuck elope. That's the giant fucking what the fuck elope. And then under that is so even on my door there, I've got a Jackalope Crossing. Let's see. That's the Angry Jackalope side over there, and that's a big tapestry that's basically covering a closet that has some goodies in it. There's nothing hidden behind that one. And then over there is my giant patch wall. There's some Deadpool and Gurr sharing a taco. Deadpool sitting down there. There's a big giant printer. Deadpool sitting down there. That's the other setup over there, the other computer. That's my Defenders print. That's right there. Some other cool art that I've been collecting for quite some time. Let's see if I can keep it going over there. Let's see. Card collection up there. Then this is the machine right here. Keep flipping it around this side. I've got a wall of I forget what you call these. They shift when you move. So there's the Terminator and Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's a bunch of cool shit. Up above us is a bunch of pops you won't be able to see. There's that light I was telling you about. There's my record player over there with a set of vinyl. And so that's kind of the quick and dirty tour of the office right now. Let's see here. Yeah, let's hope the water doesn't make anybody go, fuck, I gotta take a piss. Jay Hall, speaking of my old school, found my old Doc Savage books my dad had in his attic. Oh, that's awesome. It's always cool when you go digging through shit and you find stuff and you're like, what the fuck? I didn't even know that shit is still around. You know what I mean? Down here underneath the no, it's not holographic, it's lithographs. Maybe lithographs, that might be the right term for it. Oh, you know what else was crazy? Speaking about digging through and finding shit, I was downstairs emptying boxes and moving stuff around, and the 2016 patches that I thought I didn't have a whole lot of. Oh no, actually I do. I have a ton of those actually. Well, fuck, I got even more. I found a fucking Schrade box full of them. I'm like, yes. But I was kind of hoping I had more of the 2017s because right now 2017s is fuck. I only got 5 of those motherfuckers, and I'm like, where? There's a box somewhere. There's gotta be. But yeah, when you go through and you're digging through shit and you find a bunch of stuff and you're like, oh man, fuck, remember I had this? Like one thing I don't have here, I don't have a lot of room left in this office. There might be a way for me to turn that into some shelving over there, but like I've got like, there it is. Thank you, Wolf. Yep, Lenticular. The fucking shifting shit, that's got the texture to it. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I got those. Those were on DVD covers. I bought the DVDs for $8 just so I could have those because I have the Predator, Terminator, and RoboCop, and I thought those were so fucking cool. And it's like you shift, and it's cool. Like Predator, you shift, and it goes from Arnold to the Predator, and then Terminator, it just shifts, and you see the exoskeleton or the what is it, the T900 model, and then RoboCop. You shift and you see Murphy's face, so it's kind of cool. Paradise PD on Netflix is wild. Okay, I'll check that out. I will see what is up with that. Just like I mentioned on the Angry Jackalope side, now that I got my office set up here, I have my little creative space, so I can get back to doing stuff that I used to do. I'll be able to do videos again. I have a lot of tech stuff that I'm going to be talking about, a lot of entertainment stuff, a lot of game stuff. We, from a gaming point of view, man, we have, God, I was just thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about the old days of playing games, and now I'm looking at the stuff that's happening with these esports and all this other stuff. I mean, it's an exciting time to be alive. Like I watch my son when he's playing, and I'm just impressed. I'm trying to give him as much advantage as possible. It's kind of like, there you go. That's neat, right? The Terminator one. I'm trying to give him as much chance as possible. I realized the huge paradigm shift back in the day. Dads would get out with their kids and take them to the football practice and this, that, and everything else with the hopes that, one day he'd be a pro fucking athlete, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm like, okay, you know what, Jay? Actually, I can't. I'll tell you a second about that I'll tell you something about that in a fucking second. It's hilarious. But so now I'm like, I'm getting my son stuff for his computer to help him get his shit dialed in so he can, take it to a whole nother level with the hopes that one day he'll be able to parlay that into, some kind of a career or some kind of a thing where, he just excels and exceeds and blah, blah, blah. So watching porn in private, here's the problem. So we got the kids' rooms all set up downstairs. They're all in the basement, and they all have shared ducting that captures from upstairs. Well, my daughter yesterday is telling me, I'm sitting there having a conversation on the phone with one of my friends, and later on in the day, she tells me, Dad, I could hear you, like you're right next to me, like as you're talking on the phone, I could hear it coming through my roof, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. So I can just imagine if I had some fucking porn or something, she gonna hear that shit just going down in her room, and I'm just like shaking my head going, this is fucking retarded. Garen, I just found some Lady Death trading cards. It's funny. I just saw the artist for Lady Death this year, last year, and a year before that at the Comic Con that we have out here. Now it's called FanX. I went to FanX yesterday. I've got some new art. That's where that, what do you call it? What is this? Oh, this thing's still fucking running over here. Hang on. That's where that Defender print came from, and that's where the Deadpool Gur and the Deadpool other print, they're both signed by the artist. That's one of the things that I love going to the conventions, because I get to see these. And the artist for Lady Death, every time I pass by, like if I was a huge Lady Death fan, I would probably just been jizzing myself because I had a chance to say hi a couple of times and say I like the art, but I've never bought any of the art stuff just because it's not part of my fan base. It's not something that I'm a huge fan of, but the art nonetheless is very striking and very cool, and I do love when there are people cosplaying as Lady Death because it's kind of like Holy shit. Well, most of them. There are some people that cosplay that probably shouldn't cosplay. Anyway, enough about that. But yeah, we did that day before yesterday. We did Thursday. So Thursday we did just a long, long day. We did 5 hours on the convention, and it was great. Kids had a grand time. I was able to grab some custom art, finish up the office here, and now everywhere I look, there's something that kind of inspires me and makes me feel creative. And so, I'm hoping that I'm just gonna crank out some cool shit going into 2019. Now you know where not to go with the kids home for no. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I gotta check all the fucking rooms. I'm trying to investigate now on ways to put some white noise down in those fucking vents. Like get like a little radio or something and just put it in there and crank fucking noise. Because I don't necessarily want my kids hearing my fucking phone conversations and stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like I hide anything. Shit, most of my life is out for public consumption. I don't really hide anything. And it's not like anything I can say would be truly shocking to them anyway. Just some of the stuff that we talk about is shocking in of itself. I think if other parents heard some of the candid conversations that I have with my kids, they'd probably go, "Oh!" But I'd rather the kids hear that shit from me than somebody else. You know what I mean? That's gonna kind of steer them the wrong way and tell them some bullshit. But it is what it is. So it's pros and cons. Like the solution for the ducting is, oh yeah, tear it out, put some corners in it, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking do that. So if I have to just, if I'm gonna have a conversation where I'm talking about Christmas presents or some other bullshit, I'll just make sure that I'm cognizant of the fact that they can hear through this fucking vent right at my feet, and I'll just get up and go somewhere else. Yeah. Anyway. Yes. And there's still some other stuff that's being built right now, and I'll share something with you. Hang on, I'll share a special area in this room alone, because I can pull this back, open this up here. So, my wife used to get really irritated with all my gear floating around. So now I actually have a room here. Let me give you a real effect. Hang on. I'm going to turn this off. There we go. So now inside of there I have most of my gear. And you can't see the other edge there, but inside of there is come on, get it over here. There we go. Inside of there I have my blades, a few guns, and a few other things. And so this room's all kind of done up in a blue glow. And that's all done up in a red glow. And I gotta say, I've always wanted one of those kind of special rooms. Wicked Zen! What's up, man? I hope you're having a very, very, very fun, productive evening. But yeah, I have that in there now, and it's like it kind of tickles my James Bond bone. You know what I mean? I've always wanted a room area that had a lot of my gear just kind of tucked away. So I have size amount of gear in here. I have you guys heard the alerts going off earlier. Anybody come around a perimeter house, get all kinds of shit going off, because we spend a lot of time here. And I like to keep track on what's happening around the house and everything else, even downstairs, keeping an eye on what happens around the kids' rooms and things like that. But like, I have probably about 80% of the gear here, and I got 20% kind of sprinkled throughout the rest of the house. That way, if I'm in different rooms, I can't get caught slipping. Not saying anybody wants to do anything bad to me or anything else, but fuck, you never know. You know what I mean? You never fucking know. There we go. What the fuck? They disconnect my chat, them motherfuckers. Well, you're back now. So yeah, that's There you go. I wonder if no Price was on the other one. He usually moderates. I don't think he's on this one. But yeah, Magic. We have areas that we're trying to figure out what to do with. There's like a lot of empty spaces under stuff like stairs and shit. Um, yeah, should be prepared. Rather have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. That's exactly right, and that's kind of how I live my life anyway. It's like I'm always trying to make sure. Yeah, let's get this like this a little bit more. There we go. Always trying to make sure I have my ducks in a row. Um, it's funny. I'll be driving. I go, oh man, I'm almost out of gas. I gotta make sure I fucking fill that shit up so I don't get caught with no gas. It's just the mindset that I go through on a daily basis is kind of crazy, and you know, it. Some people get kind of freaked out by it, and some people, when they start to think like we do, uh, get really depressed. And I'm more like, fuck it. I'm mentally ready. If some shit pops off, shit, that's stuff that I've been running through scenarios and everything else, and you know, everything. I'm ready. It's like I know my limitations. I know what I can and can't do. I know what the kids can and can't do, and that's it. You know what I mean? Let's see, Jay. I have mags and shot shells taped to closet walls and doors just in case. Yeah, right. I've got I got two battle belts. One that's downstairs in the basement with an AR there, and then I've got a battle belt in the bedroom with the AR there, and then I've also got the KSG there because I think that's where I'm probably the most vulnerable. Because when you're dead asleep and then something pops off, you gotta you gotta be able to respond. And so I've got those sitting there, and it's like, okay, if something goes crazy, then there it is. Um, it's funny because my wife will look at them and she's like, "Do those have to be here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they do. I got rid of everything else. Everything else is sitting in the closet there, but there's a couple of things that I need for uh, my own peace of mind. I mean, for example, you know, being able to have something within a reach, you know, whether it be, firearm, a blade, whatever. Just being able to have those where you need it, and it is again, it's tools. Having the right tools when you need it. I don't know how many times now my wife, my son, somebody be like, "Hey, Dad, I need a knife," because they're opening something, but they automatically just turn to me and say, "Hey, Dad, I need a knife," and I'm like, and every once in a while I might not have one on me because I just took a shower or whatever, and I'm like, I don't have one. They're like, and the look on their face is like, what? But I need it now, and like they got so used to it and shit. Yeah, it's just this is one of those things, man. It's just like again, it's just like fucking Wicked said. It's it's better to have it and not need it than fucking need it and not have it. It's almost like there's another variation of that says prepare for war, pray for peace, and then it's better to be able to have the sword and not need it. You know, it's like there's a whole little passage there that talks about it. Somebody, I think a young student comes to the master and says, "Why do we, if we are wanting peace, why do we pray? Why do we prepare for war? Why do we practice killing and da da da?" And it was like better to be able to do it than not be able to do it. You know what I'm saying, Magic? It's kind of weird, right? Like when you get shit all the time, like you need yet another knife and blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah. Speaking of another knife, and this is Angry Jackalope shit, but fuck it, it kind of crossover back and forth anyway. All same group of guys, but I'm gonna be getting my hands on the 25th anniversary Tom Brown tracker once that fucker pops off, and I'm excited about that because not a lot of people know the Tom Brown tracker was the very first Tops knife that I ever owned. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. So if you get out of the shower sleeping and you can't get to your battle belt, um, let's see, I have mag shots to closet walls just in case, mostly. So if you get out of the shower and sleeping, you can't get to your battle belt. Yeah, I know. But my ARs are already racked and loaded. I just gotta pop the safety and go. Uh, the battle belts just give me more capacity for a longer duration, um, and the ones that are inside the ARs are the ones that are piggybacked. Um, Piggybacked. So you got the two magazines that are like staggered. So when one's empty, pop rack. So uh, that gives me 56 56 rounds because I don't run my mags 30-30 because if I action uh, action load, uh, magazines will pop right back out. So I usually keep two rounds out of each magazine. Let's see. Wicked says, "It happened to me last night. One of the boys asked me for one of my flashlights, and I left in the bedroom. He looked at me very disappointed." And you're like, "Come on, guys, what the hell?" You know, Dad, I need the flashlight. Fine, there you go. You know, it's like again, they're tools that we keep at our disposal. You know what I mean? Um, that's one I've been wanting for a minute now. I love the tracker design. Yeah, I like the Tom Brown tracker. I have had for a long time. Uh, what? Oh, the magazines. Okay, Jay, you had me scared for a second. I thought you were saying that they were outlawing the Tom Brown tracker design, but you said Newtown. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the magazines. The whole gun thing is frustrating. It's frustrating. People that just want to take care of their family, and they're being prevented from doing that. What can you do? What can you do? Um, let's see. So we got about 13 minutes left on here, and then I'm gonna go cook dinner for the fam. Um, I'm just curious if you guys have any questions from an entertainment point of view, from entertainment, gaming, literary, um, video games, et cetera, et cetera. What are some things that you guys are kind of interested in me covering on the Robert R. Ricks live stream? I'm just kind of curious what you guys are me discussing, me doing dedicated videos, etc. I'm with you, Wicked. If I don't have gear on me, I feel very fucking naked. I feel uh, very afraid, actually, because I feel like I don't have the adequate tools to protect my family as well as myself. Jay, you should do a second, do a tracer round, second and last round in mags. Yeah, it's not that. You should do second, do tracer round, second and last in mags. Yeah, I've never thought about that actually. I That's probably not a bad idea. Ever read any of the Destroyer series of books? No, I don't believe that I have. If you guys know author names and stuff like that as you make recommendations, or if you refer movie types or video games or whatever, give me some extra information too so I can track that down after the stream so I can go look for it, because I do take a lot of your guys' recommendations and stuff very seriously, because you guys usually point me towards some really good content. And there's just so much shit out there. It's very easy for me not to be exposed to certain things that I probably would like. So, Garen's been pointing out quite a few things last couple streams that I have a list. I have a little. It's not a like a notebook. It's a what do they call it? OneNote. I have OneNote, Microsoft OneNote, and I track shit in there. I have listened to several on audiobook. The Remo movie Remo Williams was based on that, and vice versa. Do you like the new format of Playboy? I haven't. I looked at Playboy probably about 3 months ago, and was like, okay, um, I'm gonna go and pull down a new one just so I can see what you're talking about for sure. Just because. Richard Zapper. Okay, cool. I liked the Remo Williams movie. That it was pretty funny back in the day in the '80s, right? So yeah, Remo Williams based on that, vice versa, or vice versa. Yeah, it probably was based on the books. Um, that's where Hollywood pulls a lot of its stuff. Yeah, I know, right? I just saw a posting for a new one. I just want to make sure if I do pull it down that I'm not gonna see oh what's his name, uh Kyler Jennings or whatever his name is. I don't wanna see that shit. I don't want to see that. I have no desire to see that motherfucker as a girl. Ugh. No, don't want to see that. Oh, I didn't know they did a TV series. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, but yeah, I'm excited. I'll see what happens with the book come February 14th. I reached out to Scott Sigler. He's one of my favorite authors. Asked him if he could read the book and do a blurb on it, and he didn't say no. He didn't say no. So if I end up getting a Scott Sigler's nod of approval on the book, I think that would be a fucking coup. And I would do fucking backflips, especially since he's toned down his shit a little bit. He got into the YA genre, young adult genre, and put out a trilogy on that. So if he fucking gave me a stamp of approval, that would be fucking crazy. I steal my kids' comics. Never knew Wonder Woman was so hot. Changed a lot since the '80s. I kind of like. Is that wrong? Hell no, it's not wrong. M.K. Gibson, Technomancer novel should be right up your alley. Yep, I know Gibson well. Um, I know his work. That I think I might even have. I might even have one of his books on my library. I gotta go look. I go and I buy a bunch of books. And I just like I have a bunch of books. Like I have a bunch of books from when I was a kid. Some of the old sci-fi and fantasy from back then. Um, and I've been building my library up because I found out a while back, that some of my favorite authors were fading in obscurity, and that was horrifying to me because as a kid growing up, I thought if you wrote a book, you were immortalized forever. That is not the case. You could be forgotten about in a relatively short time period nowadays, as opposed to when we were kids. You have stuff now that I'm just like, wow. Um, Hobbit has one more book coming. Tolkien? I don't know. If they found something that he had that was not finished, I know there'd be a lot of people that would be fucking thrilled about that. But yeah, the writer for The Hobbit is J.R.R. Tolkien. J.R.R. Tolkien. Um, yeah, Tolkien is single-handedly responsible for fucking Dungeons and Dragons and indirectly World of Warcraft and all of the other shit. You know what I mean? So that's just fucking crazy. All right, so we got about 6 minutes left. Can start winding down. Uh, I had a couple people take me up on the offer last week to beta read Magic Really Sucks. So again, the offer is out there. I have the version over to the editors right now. I have no idea how long it's going to take them to do their edit. but my edit that's done after an edit, after an edit, after another edit, um, is done right now. So I am still looking for a few more beta readers. I have probably about 4 people that are interested in it. Um, so anyway, if it's something you guys are interested in, just sound off in the chat, send me an email, whatever. Uh, I like I like honest feedback. Oh, okay, you're down, dude. You're on the list. I will reach out to you and send you some stuff. I'll send you the absolute latest and latest version on it. Let's see, magic, his theories, or whatever the word is. I'm looking for blends, kind of the MRS type of beliefs, as in with magic and gods and God and devils and whatnot. Yeah, yep, yep. Uh, let's see, I imagine his son, who manages the state, will be completing that lost work. J. Hoss. Oh, okay, cool. Um, More of a writer than an editor, but love to read as much as I love to write. Oh, great! I'm excited. I'm excited, Wiccan, to get it over to you because Magic read it. Magic loved it. Magic loved it, and so yeah, I'd look forward to seeing what you think about it. Now, understand, Wicked. I did do an experiment. This is part of a experiment that I did to streamline the writing process and try to hook non-readers, and I went more dialogue heavy as a result. So if the only negative feedback I've ever gotten was somebody who was a huge Stephen King fan and loved a lot of that build up, a lot of that description, etc. So anyway, uh, I wanted to bring that up to your attention just so right when you start reading it, you don't just think, what the fuck is this? Also, it's PG-13. Which might be a little shocking for you um, as a person who knows me and hears me talk on a regular basis and stuff like that. It was a challenge. I did a trilogy, finished the trilogy in basically 7 months. Um, and anybody who's interested in more information about this novel that I'm talking about, that's also sitting right over there. Just go to magicreallysucks.com. I just launched the brand new website for it, and it's like kind of interactive magazine layout. Um, has a lot of good information and stuff about it. All right, so anyway, uh, yeah, we got a couple minutes left. So I will reach out. Let's see, Jay. I think, are we Facebook friends, Jay? Remind me if we are. Because I know me and Wicked are. Um, Garen said the other book was The Hyde Effect. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Also, to talk about sons picking up where their fathers left off and stuff. Um, yeah, the only advice I have for you, Wicked, on getting back to writing is just get back to writing. It's just set an hour aside a night and just say, fuck it. I don't care what anybody else says. That's what I'm going to write and do it, you know. Um, yeah, the publishing part sucks. The publishing is horrible. That's why I'm not even, for all this other writing stuff, I'm not even thinking about the publishing stuff anymore. I'm not even thinking about the agents and all that other shit. I'm just going to keep writing, 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 writing. And hopefully, as I keep doing that, I'll make a big enough buzz that I won't have as hard a time as I've had in the past. Anyway, um, no, 1 year knife giveaway in October. Okay, I think I have your information though. Let me look at something real quick here. Um, Let me look over on this machine here. I think if I go to the, let's see, where is it at? Go here. Let's see, J J J J J J. Yeah, I guess I don't. Do me a favor, Jay. Send me an email at robricks at angryjackalope.com. Here, send me email to this address. Hang on. Let's see. It's Robricks, right? Oh no. Send it to this one. Send it to uh, so as long as I have your email, I can send you a PDF, and then you can beta read the PDF. If you want to beta test an actual physical book, then that's going to take me a little bit longer to get to you. Wicked says, yeah, my second creative writing class, one of the textbooks was Stephen King's on writing, and you just need to set a target of so many words a day and always hit the target. You could do that. You could be really brutal to yourself like that, or what you could do is set aside one day a week, say Sunday or whatever slow day you have, and just get down and write and just vibe. Just enjoy the process, and just, that's your escape. That's your fun time. Just silently go crazy and write, and then you'll be surprised at just how productive you'll get by doing it that way. Even though I had moves and all the other shit going on, I still sat down. I wrote. I didn't stop until it was done. So, just carve out little time for yourself. Just a little bit. That's all you got to do.
Attention, emergency. All personnel must evacuate immediately.
All right, here we go. I forgot I had my alerts on. I was covering for a friend of mine this morning, and I had these alerts on our system, and that one just kicked on, and so I'm going to go ahead and mute that guy now because I'm not on desk anymore, and then that way I won't get startled, because that startled me. All right, so that's it. We have let's see here. Show. If you like it, please subscribe. What's up, Chance? First thing late at night when the house is quiet. Exactly. Yeah, see, Chance knows. Chance does a shit ton of writing. That dude writes like a fucking maniac. Anyway, that's my kids bugging me. Go feed them and everything else. So, as Chance just said right there, if you like it, please subscribe. Tell your friends far and wide and all that jazz. I will be back next Saturday. We'll be continuing this fun shit then. In the meantime, keep your head on a swivel. Be safe and be creative. Have a good time. I will reach out to you, Wicked. Appreciate you volunteering to beta. And Jay, same with you. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys next week.